Just as soon as I started playing this game and I realized that I could look up people's profiles of the people that I played against, um, I started keeping collections and basically looking for the highest levels in the game to try to kill and to keep track of it. Well, I had a computer crash recently and I lost a lot of my kills, but this is some of the recent ones I've done. So just there's a lot more kills that I've done, but these are just the ones that are level 100. Myself, I'm low level 51. When you looked up, and I looked up, you know, how good some of these people were, and it was impressive the number of hours they had in the game and the dedication that it took to, get there. Like I said, I've got 313 hours, which was not as much as I thought, but unfortunately, I spend more time watching other people play it on YouTube with my favorites like Oddballs and Bowtime Gaming Crew over there, EPA John, Lie Daily, Naughty Ewok, Gladiator, some of these other people I watch, Brian Barry. I know Spookston, God Mine Man. There's a bunch of them I watch, but if I'd spent as much time playing this game as I did watching it, I mean, I should have been level 100 a long time ago. But I'm more of a casual player. I play and I analyze and I try to make these silly videos. I just enjoy doing things my way. It's never been really a rush. I'm not in any hurry to get very far up in this game anyway because I never intend on going past like 7-3. I want to stick with the older historical stuff. World War II is my specialty, but we'll say up to, like I said, 7-3, whatever that equates to, 1946 or 1947 or whatever. But there's a lot of fun to be had in the BR's less from reserve all the way up to 7.3, so huge number of vehicles. I don't think like I'm limiting myself, but I really enjoyed looking up these people and trying to compare my own feeble abilities to some of the hours and the dedication it took for them to achieve the scores. Some of these are just plain ridiculous, the number of hours these people have played the game. I surprised a few of them, and like I said, I lost 8-9 months of these kind of thing files, just like you're watching in this video here, or I hope you're watching in this video of just level 100s that I killed. And it's funny, after a while you start to learn people's names and you start to recognize them without looking them up, and you just know. I don't purposely ever try to do the seal clubbing thing and kill the lower level guys. That's not why I prefer the lower battle rating gameplay. It's what I like. I like the historical stuff, the older stuff I grew up learning about when I was a kid, and I'm fairly freaking old. I'm 63 right now, going on 64. So I just never really intend on going past that. But the hours and hours that some of these people put in this game. There's one guy in particular here, and I couldn't believe he's put like over a year of his life into this game. So I looked them all up and looked at the hours played, and that's pretty crazy right there. It's almost 100 days. I don't know if I'm the only person that keeps track of this kind of stuff. I don't think I am. There's got to be other people that do. That's why they've got these sites like the different stats places where you can look people up. There's the in-game resource where you just don't go to the hangar and go to that end of game screen, and you can click right there and look at everybody up that was in that match. So if you keep the little footage clips that the NVIDIA graphics card makes, or at least look through them, and then look up who killed you, you can keep track and save the good ones. You can be, I don't know, it's like my own little form of competitiveness. Very early on, I wondered why was I getting my head caved in so much when I, basically knew the vehicles and I knew kind of their realistic limitations and things. That's why War Thunder was such a shock to me in the air for the first couple weeks. And there was all these guys that were SEAL clubbers just waiting in these low-level matches to just utterly just demoralize people. And I don't condone that kind of stuff. I don't go into spawn camping and nothing like that. No. Seen it done to me too many times to feel good about it. I'm not gonna do that to somebody else. Got her, and then probably maybe on her, but then lo and behold, 20 seconds later, because we're right by that spawn, there she is again, or she, he, it. Went from an M19 to an M42, or those were my first kills with the Hetzer there. Tad BZ38T, never was called the Hetzer in real life. Yeah, there she was again. She got a girl's picture on it, so I wouldn't put a girl's picture on it if I wasn't a girl, so I'm sure a lot of people do. I doubt very many women actually play War Thunder. I'd be glad to be proven wrong about that. I've really enjoyed specifically looking for these people. I'm sure a lot of them have a big ego, and if they actually check to see, oh, who was that that killed me that game? It's all that at the time I started killing hundreds. My first one, I was probably level 11. I got my first one. It's been fun. I'm not saying I'm good because I'm not. I'm considered average in arcade air, and I plain suck at ground arcade. I try to get better. I love the ground, but I'm just not patient enough. Ground arcade is, I think, harder than ground realistic. A little bit I've played, because you're so vulnerable because you can never really truly hide that much in arcade without somebody knowing at least the direction you're in, or you're close. Or arcade makes shooting easier, but it makes survivability go way down. I don't see any shame in arcade myself. I suppose at some point I'll at least give it more of a try to play realistic, but both ground and air. But right now I'm just not worried about it. I don't know what the heck that guy's name was, because I never bothered to try to look up those characters. But he was 100. And the least amount of hours I saw for anybody was about 600. And like I said, I'm at 313 hours for level 51, so I guess that makes about sense. Good sense. And not all hunters are created equal. Some of these guys, even though they got huge amounts of hours, are actually have really bad kill to death ratios in a lot of these vehicles. I got there 4,038 hours. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of days. really beginning to enjoy this Bearcat here. I put it off for a long time. So I've been playing a lot of other airplanes. But now that it's about halfway spaded, it's pretty fun. It could use a little firepower, but if it had more firepower, it probably wouldn't have the performance that it does. This guy here, decent amount of hours. It's neat to see the balance too. Some of these guys have a lot of hours in both realistic and arcade. Some of them have no time in arcade, or no, I mean hardly any time in arcade, but a bunch of time in realistic. And then there's a lot of people like me that have hardly any time in realistic and almost always arcade. Some people play naval, some people play only air, some people play only ground. It's pretty neat. Whatever floats your boat, this game can accommodate you in one form or another. That's not a plug by any means. I'm beginning to get a little better with this TA-154. I've given it a few shots. There's one game that I did get like 5 kills with it. But like I said, we're only showcasing the 100s. But when she connects, she's pretty nasty. Pretty fast. Just don't try to dogfight her. It puts the boom and zoom. For sure. That guy right there. 8,621 hours. Anybody want to do the math on that? Let me see if I can do the math while we're sitting here BSing. I'll get my calculator out. My phone. Now I don't remember how many kills it was. But anyway. I love this big old goofy, reminds me of an elephant. I probably need to try to make a custom paint job to make it look even more like an elephant. It's even got the elephant's little tail back here. But anyway, if anybody stick around to the end, me and Della thank you for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day, a great evening, great morning. And if you think about it, try to make somebody smile today.